Price is way too high, man.
Oh, I agree.
Denny H ain't no dummy, man. Let's go to AT Sunnyvale. AT Sunnyvale, what's happening?
Hey, Bonte, I'm with you. I'm really not tripping over Lauri Markkanen.
Right.
And to let Danny Ainge come in your house and take you for a fool, that's for the content cycle. That's not for a GM. The summer is dry. People need stuff to say. People need somebody to get excited about. This man was an apparition. He was never going to be in the Bay. I knew that, and now that it's put to rest, we could focus on actually getting some wins, even though we just changed the pots and plants.
Hey, but you know what? I'm kind of like with the next Warrior fan. What's going on in Milwaukee?
Oh, don't even. You're not even allowed to do that.
No, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. You sat here and lied through your teeth about Lauri Markkanen, who you brought up in the last week in May, saying, well, Lauri Markkanen, Bonte, did you know he averaged this? It's like you never even watched the game. Lucas and Gurley. Don't tell me what I'm allowed to do. I'm on the honest train.
I don't know if you know this. No one watches Utah basketball.
I do. They got some good players. Keontae George, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson. Will Hardy's a hell of a coach.
Deactivated the last week of the year.
Don't say that nobody watched Utah Jazz basketball. I watch a lot of basketball. Lucas and Gilroy. I love basketball. Love all these teams. Lucas and Gilroy, what's happening, man? You're on the roast.
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm not, I want to see the new guys pick up, the youngsters. I want to see them. I'm not really fazed about that. So I'm happy we're moving on. And, this kind of leaves a open spot to hopefully maybe get one more person or something like that. But, I'm happy overall. It's let's see these youngsters. Let's see them pick it up. Let's see them take another step in their game.
There it is.
So the Warriors, this is the report. The Warriors made the most aggressive offer centered around Moses Moody, multiple first-round picks, pick swaps, and second-rounders. Team sources from both sides said Utah wanted Pods in any theoretical deal. The Warriors were protective of Pods in the Markkanen conversation, and a few other league-wide trade proposals this summer, league sources said. That wasn't going to get it done.
It's not. It wasn't. They wanted King's ransom for Lauri Markkanen.
Like offering, honestly, that is like offering Brandon Ayuk straight up for your guy, Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, that's bad. Well, no, that's disrespectful to Brandin Podziemski. I think Brandin Podziemski brings a lot of quality.
No, I'm saying the Moses Moody and picks offer. It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
And you know what? When you think about Lauri Markkanen, and I've said this over and over and over. I don't know why people are confusing me because was I ever in on Lauri Markkanen? Seriously, because that's starting to bug me. Was I ever in on Lauri Markkanen?
As far as I remember, you've always been very, kind of big on let's see what these young guys got. You're one of the biggest champions of Jonathan Kuminga, and you're one of the biggest guys. Like, I want to see what Pods brings to the table in his second year. So, no, in any of the conversations you and I have had, I've never heard you really get that excited for Lauri.
Because here's my thing. He's a 7-footer, right? You're going to have to get down in the post. I think about all the bigs in the Western Conference, which we've gone over and over again. There's Wemby, there's Jokic, there's Kat, there's Naz Reid, there's Gobert, there's Şengün in Houston, there's Anthony Davis, there's Zubac. Hell, there's even DeAndre Ayton in Portland. I'm probably missing a couple guys here. New Orleans, well, they don't have Valanciunas somewhere, but they have Zion. Where's Markkanen at? And it comes to the landscape of the bigs in the Western Conference. Anthony Davis eats his lunch.
Okay. I don't think anyone argues on that.
Eats his lunch.
But, they're looking at the Warriors roster, and they're like, he might be the third best player on the team.
And what does that get you?
Well, it just gets you, they think, incrementally better, And it just signifies that they're making moves. Like, what you had wasn't good enough, and so hoping for this dramatic leap forward for a lot of young players, maybe one or two of them takes this leap forward. To think that four guys all take a massive leap forward, that's a tough stretch.
I don't think anybody's saying that.
And but the older players on the team remain really, really good. And you're praying that Wiggins comes back to something closer to what he was in 2021 and 2022 as opposed to what he's kind of represented the last year.
No doubt. But I don't think, whether all four guys pop or not, we saw Podziemski make first-team All-Rookie. We see Kuminga take the leap last year. Now, I do want to see what this is a great opportunity for Moses Moody. Let's go to Daryl in Oakland. Daryl, what's happening? You're on a morning roast.
Hey, what's up, guys? I've been a Moses Moody fan forever, so I totally agree with you, Bonte. And I also agree with you, Bonte. We did not need Lauri Markkanen. There's something that you guys have not talked about, and that is Mike Dunleavy did his research on Kyle Anderson. And Kyle Anderson even said, hey, why are the Warriors trying to get me? That's kind of weird. And I thought about this. Let me ask you a question. Who's better on defense right now, Lauri Markkanen or Kyle Anderson?
Kyle Anderson.
I think it's obvious. Yes. Who's a better passer right now, Kyle Anderson or Lauri Markkanen?
I lean Kyle Anderson. I lean slow-mo.
Yeah. It's slow-mo, exactly. And so who fits better with the Warriors when Draymond gets off of the floor? Who's going to dispel him? It's going to be Kyle Anderson. He passes. He plays defense. Hey, and who makes more money, Kyle Anderson or Lauri Markkanen? Lauri Markkanen makes a gajillion dollars more. And so I look at our team, and I'm like, we hit the nail on the head. We don't need Lauri Markkanen, and of course we're not going to make a trade with Danny Ainge. That's why we're going to throw him the same kind of peanuts he throws us. It's like, hey, we'll give you some garbage. Sure.
Well, I do wonder this.
I love Joe Smith.
Good call, Daryl. Good call. But I do wonder this. And I want to ask Warrior fans this one because, again, as you just read and Shams reported it, the deal was the final offer for Lauri Markkanen was Moses Moody, multiple first-round picks, pick swaps, and second-rounders. The Warriors refused to offer Brandin Podziemski. At the end of the day, was that a mistake? Should they have offered Brandin Podziemski alongside Moses Moody for Lauri Markkanen?
I mean, he is one of their best picks in the last handful of years by far in terms of immediate impact. Boy, they're just so high on him.
Was it a mistake, you think? For not,
if that was what the deal was, yeah, I think that probably was a mistake. Yeah.
Was it a mistake, Warrior fans, to not include Brandin Podziemski in the deal? 888-957-9570.
I mean, they better hope that Podziemski is, going to improve his on-ball defense, is going to improve his shot making from the outside, off the dribble, and catch and shoot. And they better hope that getting into the lane and being a facilitator for the team all improves. I mean, that's a lot of improvement.
888-957-9570 is a number. Did the Warriors make a mistake for not including Brandin Podziemski in a potential deal for Lauri Markkanen? You are listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and AC1 San Francisco and Odyssey Sports Station, always live on the free Odyssey app. Did they make a deal? New York Kitty, were you shaking your head because it's illegal? Are you shaking your head? Which, honestly, is it a mistake?
Do you think it's a mistake?
Those are a lot of picks. You're trying to get your team right. You could use those assets, I think, to get a better player down the line, whether it's a month, 2 months. And it's kind of similar to the Giants in this sense. Can the Warriors hang around the 7-8 spot up until the trade deadline? Can they stay afloat? Because I think the new template for the NBA with this IST, the in-season tournament, and the home court advantage, I don't think teams are really putting a lot of stock into it as much as they used to. And, of course, the Mavericks laid the template where, boy, we could make a couple soda. And I get the personnel's different. I trust me, I understand Luka and Kyrie and where Curry's at in his career, where Draymond is at. But if you can hang around, and you got your books in order, and maybe there's another star who does become disgruntled. Maybe there's another star, because this is the NBA. This thing happens all the time. There's a Bradley Beal, there's a Lauri, there's a Brandon Ingram. There's all these guys, right? There's always somebody getting flipped. Can you put yourself in a position to make some moves at the deadline to help out a Steph Curry, to help out a Draymond Green? I don't know. But as of right now, I do like the position they're in as an organization. Now you still have options to make moves here down the line, so we'll see about that. Let's go to Jose. Not Jose. Joe in San Jose. Joe in San Jose, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Well, I think, good morning, gentlemen. I just think that the Warriors' position now is that they're just playing to be competitive. They're not playing. And if you want to make a trade, you need to trade Dunleavy for Bob Myers and get this ball rolling again. But yeah, that's where it is. I think the experience in the front office isn't there yet, and I just think that they're just going to get good enough to compete. And our rings are every time you go to the Chase Center, you look up. That's all you're going to have for a while. Thanks for the time.
Anytime. Thank you, Joe.
I love this sound when people hang up.
Thank you, Joe.
It's just, I think the Curry thing, like, I'm so worried about him leaving the Warriors. Not that it's the end-all, be-all, but, like, you want him to stay with the Warriors the way Dirk stayed with Dallas and Kobe stayed with the Lakers and just be one of the rare guys that actually plays his entire career in one place. I mean, they could have done all the trades in the world and it couldn't have worked, and he could have still maybe wanted to bail, right? There's always that possibility. Could they be a better team? Sure. Pods better come through for them, though. If he's the reason why they didn't make this deal, I think that a lot of people are going to be disappointed. I like Pods. They like him way more than I like him, but you know what? They also liked Curry way more than I liked Curry early on, and that ended up being the right decision.
Boy, so we got a couple situations here. We got the Brandon Ayuk situation. Matt Mayoko reported last night from ABC Sports Bay Area that the Niners have granted Brandon Ayuk permission to seek a deal with New England and Cleveland. We just had Anthony Lim on, and he broke down how much they love Cooper, but he said one important thing, that if Cooper does get traded, and we could play that sound, Loveman, if Cooper does get traded here, he would seek a new deal. That would scare me away. It's like, wait, you want a new deal? After not
He'd
being able
fit
to get,
right in.
They're not even getting credit. Now you get deal. So you got that situation, folks.
He leaves Cleveland. He gets right in line with the Niners. Like everyone's got their hand out.
Yeah, so that's the situation with Amari Cooper. And now with the Golden State Warriors, Shams Charania just broke that Lauri Markkanen will sign an extension with the Utah Jazz, but he will not do it today. He's going to do it just tomorrow or later, which makes him ineligible to be traded this season. Now, apparently the Warriors' final offer for Lauri Markkanen was multiple picks, first and second round, and Moses Moody, and they said no. They did not want to involve Brandin Podziemski in the deal. So if they deal, I mean, is that a deal breaker for Warriors fans? Are you a little disappointed that they didn't offer Pods in this deal for Lauri Markkanen?
I don't think I had this grandiose opinion that adding Markkanen made them instantly a contender. That's not it. But I do think it solved one of the issues. They've got a bunch, but I need like a clear-cut 2 or 3 scorer. And I thought that on a given night, it's him and Kuminga, or if you didn't give up Kuminga, who can be those clear-cut scorers. I thought that they needed one of those guys, a spacer, and especially on the offensive end with Draymond handling the ball. I thought it balanced the floor out pretty well, given there weren't a lot of other options out there. I didn't think it was the end-all, be-all move. This isn't some like, you got Giannis, you're back in the top 4. I just thought it made them a little better, you know, and I feel like unless Pods takes this big leap forward as a scorer, I could find a lot of guys who could facilitate like him.
Moses Moody, multiple first-round picks, pick swaps, and second-rounders per Shams Charania. The Warriors refused to offer Brandin Podziemski in the deal. Maybe that's what Draymond Green was talking about last week on the podcast.
Well, you know what the next pivot is. You keep going Milwaukee. Kevin Durant.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Kevin Durant.
Joel Embiid.
Look at him and Curry. They're having fun with Team USA. I mean, we're just going to keep spinning the big Price is Right wheel until it lands on one of these guys. Or we crap out.
Lauri Markkanen. Going to stay in Utah, Warrior fans. He's going to stay in Utah. Boy, what a week in the Bay Area, man. Things are popping off, man. They got the Giants. They got back to 500. They're ready to pop champagne. You see the smile on Bo Mel's face yesterday, Bob Melvin? Oh, man, they were flexing like they were 17 games over.
Do you think Steph, not that it's like, oh my gosh, my world is in. Do you think he's just a little disappointed they couldn't get this done?
I don't know.
Because that's my whole algorithm is like keeping Steph somewhat happy.
I don't know
right?
how
like
Steph
that's
feels
how
about
I'm wired right now. Like I'm trying to like maximize. I get you want to have a future, and I believe me, I always side with the team long term. Like where I stand on this. But like there is the Steph element. This is a once in a generation, once in a lifetime player.
Getting a text right now saying that even if Pods was in this deal, Utah still wouldn't do it.
I kind of feel the same way.
It was going to have to be Moody, Pods, picks, in either J.K. or Wiggins. Because that's just how Danny Ainge rolls.
I would have done Wiggins.
Right. But that's how Danny Ainge rolls. He wants Wiggins, Pods, and Moody. For Markkanen and all those picks and pick swaps.
Well, the picks was probably, I would do it for the players and a couple picks.
Danny Ainge is like this is Kevin Garnett.
Well,
he's not.
I mean, it's not.
Not even close.
And nor is Danny Ainge Jerry West.
Right, no doubt about it. But this is who Danny Ainge is.
Yeah, a jerk.
This is how he does business. So he wants to win the trade. The Warriors, good for them for not succumbing to Danny Ainge's demands. I'm actually proud of them for not doing that.
You're proud of him, huh?
Yeah, I am proud of them. Don't give up all these damn picks and pick swaps and second-round picks, Moody, Pods, and Wiggins or Kuminga for Lauri Markkanen. The hell with that.
So we're going to spin the wheel on superstars for the rest of this year.
I'm not going to do that.
And then by about mid-season, are we spinning the wheel on draft picks?
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Cooper
I'm not going to
flag.
do that. I'm not going to do that. But I'm not doing that deal. I'm just not.
Do you think the Brandon Ingram thing starts to heat back up again?
I don't think he's that type of player for Steve Kerr. I don't think that heats up at all. And you know what? Part of me is like, you know what? Finally, we get to see young guys. Finally, we get to see the young guys. Finally, we get to see the young guys. That's a lot to give up for Lauri Markkanen.
I can't wait to hear Draymond's pod tonight discussing this proposed deal.
Well, I can't wait for Draymond Green to lock up Lauri Markkanen in the game against the Utah Jazz.